to. But first, I need to chat with each of you out there and say thank you for checking out the No Cover TV podcast. All the audio shows that were on Spotify are now on YouTube. You can check those out on YouTube, the audio shows. Plus, of course, all these amazing video shows we do with the artists is on YouTube. And it's live, so please check it out. And it's live on my personal Facebook page, too. So you can all check that out. Make some comments. The artist wants to see the comments. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. So next I got to say is my 3 favorite words. Of course, we all know what that is. And I'm going to say it for the rest of my life. Support, support, support. Support these artists. Go to the shows, pay a cover charge if there is one. Get the swag table. Get that CD, that album, that T-shirt, that hoodie, bumper sticker, keychain, perfume. Oh my, it goes on. Then get to the stage, enjoy the show, and then see if you can stay after and meet these incredible artists here and see if you get autographed. You never know what's going to go on with these artists. And what is the most best thing of all is these artists are doing what they love to put a smile on your face. And of course, your smile in return kicks right back to them and makes them smile. It's a great thing. Music makes the world go around. I love it. I really do. So let's get into our show. Like I said, Ronnie Bush is in the house all the way from Colorado. How you doing, Ronnie?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Big Al.
I'm glad you're here, my friend. I am so glad you're here. So I'm just going to reduce that a little bit. We got a new program here, people. So if you see me looking around and pushing buttons, that's what I'm doing. Okay, Ronnie, we got a lot to chat about, my friend. You're a busy person. And I got to say, my God, I love the music. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's some foot stomping country rock blues all mixed into one. Oh, my God.
Place.
Yeah.
I love, rock, country, blues. I love it all. So it's, I don't really kind of stick to one.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's all right.
Blues. I'm originally from Louisiana. I'm living here in Colorado now.
Okay. All right. So you're mixing it up a little bit, which I'm sure the audience loves that. Definitely. But before we get more into the music and what you're doing now and stuff with the band and what else you got going on, I got to get in your head a little bit and find out a little bit about Ronnie. Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay. Here I come. I'm coming in. Oh, let's find out. Here we go. All right. I'm going to take you back to the fine age of between 8 and 10 years old, 11 years old. That's when we've been listening to our parents' music, whether the phonograph, 8-track tapes, or cassettes, and then we might be listening to what our siblings might be playing, and we are at that age accumulating music we love. So back at that age, what were you listening to and grasping onto and liking?
Oh, wow. Yeah, my mother liked the blues, like
Okay.
Tex. She kind of really loved the '60s type. Of course, she loved Elvis.
Oh, yeah. We all do.
My dad was more on the countryside.
Okay.
Williams, anything from '50s, '60s. Really, he really got into the '70s a little, but both of them really stuck to like that time period. So
Okay, all right. So, did you have a favorite? Listen to country, or you listen to rock too, and all the different stuff out there?
yeah, I was a Led Zeppelin fan, 100%. And I had all their albums. But then, it was like, I really love the '70s rock, classic rock stuff.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Any particular band in the '70s that you can pick out that you like? Maybe a couple of them.
Yeah, Boston,
Oh
big fan. God, it's just Nazareth, ZZ Top.
yeah. Oh, there we go. That's that. That's what we love right there. Oh, I miss the old Nazareth. Oh yeah, I love to listen to Nazareth.
Yeah.
That's some great stuff.
Yeah.
Now, at what age did you decided you want to pick up a guitar, possibly sing? What age did you start this?
Yeah. Um, since I got a picture of me. I must have been like 2 or 3 with a guitar in my lap.
There you go.
But my dad's side of the family was big musicians.
Oh,
And I actually had an uncle that played on the Louisiana Hayride. I don't know, that was like the precursor to Nashville now.
That was ways back.
A long time ago. Yeah,
I
really good.
guess.
They did a lot of. It was kind of a gospel country
Oh, nice.
like to do, harmonizing and stuff like that. So I used to get to listen to them all. You know,
Oh, wow.
then
That is beautiful. Oh,
but yeah. Anyway, I during that time period really got into Led Zeppelin because I started playing drums
oh, hey, there we go.
on John Bonham, and then I got into Rush because a drummer, that's bread and butter right there.
Oh, yes. I wore this album out.
Is that the archives? Oh, that's movie. No, it's
No, this ain't the archives. This is the Permanent Waves.
Waves. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Great album. Great album. Oh, yeah.
Had Spirit of the Radio on there. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Some great, I mean, I wore all my albums out, but I still like to play them here and there. Oh, definitely. Now, do you have any siblings that were listening to music or might be into music?
No, my sister. Well, she's into music. I mean, she was in the school band. Did the whole thing,
Okay.
played the flute. Um, but really, it was just a circle of friends back in Louisiana, and
Okay.
had some bands and played bass guitar, drums,
Drums.
and instruments kind of back and forth.
Okay. So when you were playing in bands, were you in a band before you graduated, or did this happen after school?
No, that was before I graduated. Yeah,
Before you graduated.
I started
That's
playing
pretty cool.
ninth grade. I think it was my first band. As a matter of fact, they were all in high school. I was still, junior high, and, were a lot more talented than I was at that point.
Really, right on.
They pulled me in, and it was great. I learned a lot from those guys.
No, I bet. I bet. Now, 18.
Yeah, they're still
Now, yeah.
too now. So
Okay. So, all right. Now, we get through our teen years, 18 hits. That means life starts, and we got to either go to college or get a job, start a family, all that great stuff. Did you continue to pursue your music career after 18, or did you just get into the family life, school, work, and then start it later on?
yeah, I just really kind of put down the whole music stuff, really, in a way. I mean, I kept a guitar
Mhm.
but I joined the military. Uh,
Okay.
in the Army for 20 years, retired. Uh,
Beautiful.
I was an armor guy, which is tanks.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that for 20 years. But I kind of kept it going. I actually played um, some duos and stuff like that, like in Europe. And then I was stationed in Korea one time and
Okay.
played there. Met up with some guys. There was nothing really serious. It couldn't be, being on active duty.
True, being in service. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
uh, yeah. And I've been married uh, for 40 years now.
Beautiful. Bravo. That's great. And she still lets you buy guitars and stuff?
Well, yeah. Play one at a time, so I do have that. I mean, I'm not get too crazy about it, but yeah, I like to have my favorites, and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. I don't think my wife's going to let me buy any more guitars, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's that too. Yes.
That's great. So now, how long has Ronnie Bush been playing along with the Silver Moon Riders?
Yes.
How long? When did it
Yes.
start?
Yeah. So I got out the military, and I slowly started picking it back up. Went through a few bands, um, playing covers, cover bands,
Yeah.
and I just, I was like, I need to start writing music because I had these, the way I write too is I just come up with a lick or two on the guitar, just different that maybe I haven't heard before. I try to find something. I was like, I never heard this. This is cool. And then just words start kind of rolling after that.
All right.
Writer started um, around was it 2017? Had the idea, didn't have the name yet,
Okay.
and that had started. I started it off as an original band, and then it just evolved into hey, you got to mix it. So,
All right. Huh?
but
So
we mixed with.
okay. So did you kind of start out, solo, duo, and then form the band, or did you just jump right into a band?
I was playing with a band, my last band, before the Silver Moon Riders, and there was a really good singer and a bass player. So I started bouncing stuff off of him, um, and he also knew how to record.
Hey, there we go.
Taught me how to record, and we kind of did some things. So, and then there's in Colorado Springs where I live, um, is a studio called Silver Sound Guitar. Uh,
Mhm.
so I went in there. I had my first 7 songs that I was thought I, was like, I think I'm ready to record these. Lay down guitar tracks and some vocals, and then I laid down some drums, and I did all that. I did the guitar, the drums, and I had um, you know, the guy in the other band
Sure.
played guitar um, for those, and voila, I had 7 songs.
We had 7 songs. Now I was checking out some of your music. You've got quite the lineup. Is it don't you have like a 7, 8 piece band?
Yeah, currently we're at it fluctuates, so we're at 5. Uh,
F5.
and over time, it's been different people. Like I had a couple, Dan and Michelle, but they moved to Texas. They were some great artists. She played piano,
Oh,
and then Dan was the bass guitarist. They're both just beautiful singers. They did some backups on some of the songs during that time period. Um, and then after they left, I started searching, and I found another couple, coincidentally.
who's
Uh,
that? Right?
they really just got married this year. They're having a baby. She's like due any day now.
Oh boy.
So we kind of shut that band down for a little while, and I've just been doing duels and stuff like that. Um, but really excited. So we have a fiddle player because we've been doing a lot of country, but we've been finding that she's really good at, even when we do some classic rock stuff, she can really make that fiddle sound almost like an organ. Just she's just so intuitive. Um, and it's Kelly Hagerman and Katie Hagerman are the couple. She plays fiddle, and then Kelly's like an extraordinary lead guitarist for me. Um, I have Tony Scornovacchio on drums. He's been with me for about 4 or 5 years now. So it's just me and him is kind of the original members still.
Original.
Yeah,
Okay.
George LaRue is now the bass player this past year.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was listening to stuff, and you don't leave any gaps. I mean, I'm hearing harmonica, the fiddle, full drum. Everything is just full, and that's what I want to hear, definitely. And a shout out to that fiddle player. Excuse my language, but she's badass. Oh
Yeah,
man,
she is. She is.
wow,
Well, they
incredible.
both teach, Katie and Kelly, they both teach uh, music. So,
Um,
know their theory.
they're good. They're good. They're good. Okay. Okay. Now, are you playing out much with the full band, or are you doing more solo duo stuff?
Well, this couple of months coming up, doing duos mostly, maybe a trio. Just depends if I can break Kelly away from the baby when it's born. uh, for guitar, but we usually I'll just pull in me and my bass guitar. We'll go out
That's cool.
places and stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah, we try to hit festivals. We've been past 4 years. We've been playing at this it's the oldest festival in Colorado. It's called Territory Days.
Oh, uh,
We played there 4 times. Well, actually 3 times. COVID. We were supposed to play, and then play at Territory Days annually. Hoping we're back next year.
okay. Now, you guys have been around since 2017, 18. Have you been able to get out and do any touring?
I mean, the farthest that we've gone is Wyoming. We played at a casino this year there, a new casino,
Okay.
Wyoming, and no, we haven't. Um, but the problem too is like anything. I still work. I still work for the government at Fort Carson, um, and everybody in the band except for one is retired.
Oh, okay.
Easily tour, yeah.
He can go, but you guys can't.
Talk every now and then, but if we all had to, the stars align and we can all take this vacation leave at the same time.
Right. That would be
Fun.
that would be cool. Before we get any farther, can you tell everybody out there where they can find your music, everything about the Silver Moon Riders?
Yes, we have a webpage, silvermoonriders.com. We're on Facebook. The music that we have, give a shout out to Inharmonic Studios and Silver Sound Guitar. Both those studios recorded, and more importantly, was in harmonics because that's most of the recordings is done through that. Eric Madrid here in Colorado Springs. You can find our music on all the streamings,
Oh,
Apple,
yeah.
Google Play. I don't know. There's like it's like eight.
Everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
It's kind of different from back in our day when we had to pop the trunk and pass out cassettes and put the posters on the telephone poles and fight other bands because we wanted to play before them.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. When I first, because I had that kind of old school mind of I got to make some CDs. I made some and I ended up just really giving them away because everybody's like, oh, we'll just you know load it off of Spotify. It's like, okay.
Right. Yeah. I think, yeah.
Yeah,
CDs are depleted now. Like you said, it's just streaming services and downloads. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Which I'm old school. I like my records and
Yeah,
cassettes. And
that was for sure. Yeah,
those are the
stuff.
right, right. Exactly, exactly. Now, you mentioned studio, and I love going in the studio. When you cut your tracks, was there any analog equipment in the studio you could use?
Yeah, so in Harmonic Studios, Eric Madrid had um, a Neve. Um, I, I can't really explain a lot of it because it's really kind of over my head, a lot of the stuff. But he had a Neve, and we used it. But he did have a lot of the modern digital stuff too. So
Right.
here and there, we try a vocal differently on one song, and then the next time we say, well, let's try this plug-in, like, digital.
Right, right. Well, like, good, good. I like that old warm, fuzzy feeling that they gave us, doing
Yeah.
it that way, analog. God, no, I'm sorry to say, Ronnie, but I think we're getting a little old.
Yeah. Yeah. The people say, well, I can tell with my ears, but I mean, I don't know. It's even the digital stuff sounds really good, but
Yeah.
just something about it. Well, it's funny. You know, the when we play out, uh, I want to use the analog boards versus the digital mixers
Oh,
because
yeah.
too, it's just a fail safe for me. I feel more comfortable because a couple of times I had a digital mixer and the guy left his iPad even out in the sun, and so we couldn't play for like 20 minutes. We had to ice his iPad down just for us.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a problem.
You know what I mean? Old digital, I'm sorry, analog boards. He's just,
Right.
but anyway.
That's good. Are you amp wise? You using an old tube amp or you got solid state?
Solid state, yeah. Uh, I do have a couple of amps, older amps, but really I just, you know, going easy route, pedal board plugged straight into the PA system.
Yep. That's nice. The upgrades it makes life a little easier. Definitely.
Yeah, especially with, the sound on stage and stuff, it cuts out on some of the.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. Now, are you writing all the material and bringing it to the band, or is the band helping out with the writing?
I wrote all the music. What they brought, I had a fellow back in 2018, actually kind of 2017 too, Jack McHenry, uh, really great lead guitarist. He retired from it recently, everything. But he would come in and, I do a lot of leads at first, and then it was like, and then as I'd go, I'd be like, I can't, I would run out of licks for the leads, and I was like, I need another set of ears and eyes and hands. So
There you
Jack
go.
would do something like, oh, that's it, man. It was great. So
All right, there you go.
we did that song, last song we did, recorded uh, Voodoo Spell, and that was Kelly Hagerman's work on the guitar, the lead guitar, which is he's really great.
That's good. That's real good. That's real good. I was the rhythm player in my band, and then they would say, "Throw out a lead," and I say, no," because it just screws me up, and I'll throw the guitar at the drummer or something. Just
Yeah, right.
well, it was bad enough I got hit with a stick every session, so I was like, "Come on, quit throwing the sticks at me." Oh, fun, fun, fun. Oh my goodness. Now I'm looking at your pages and stuff, and I see you got quite a few fans that love what you're doing, Ronnie. What do you think of that?
Yeah, yeah, we do. Since I started the Facebook page, it was 2018. It was a slow progress, uh, but once we started playing out, and then the connections that I had through the other bands that I played in and some friends, were just really kind of got out. So yeah, we're doing pretty good right now.
Oh, good. Now, do you split your music up? I know you got a few genres from the country to the rock and blues and stuff like that. Do you separate that? Do you go right into strictly country, or do you mix a little bit of the rock into the country?
Yeah, it depends on the venue and what people are asking. For example, we when we play at Frontiers Days, we try to lay a little more heavy on the country, but classic rock mixed in, uh,
Okay.
stuff like that. Um, and well, Deep Purple. There's,
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, I love Deep Purple. It was great going those shows.
but we'll get requests like they want a country band, and we'll just play strictly country. Out to play duos and stuff like that. I I really stick with classic rock. I mean, I'll even do like Easy by the Commodores, because you're in these little
Oh,
right these little pubs and stuff,
right.
uh, and restaurants for the duos and stuff like that, and like that. They want to hear
Yeah.
you know some acoustic type stuff that sounds
Right.
not too overbearing, if you will.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this because it seems to always happen when you're playing. There's always that person in the crowd yelling out, "Freebird." How about you?
So yes, and then when I got Kelly Hagerman with me, that happens. It's funny because what I'll do is I'll grab my slide and we'll start it, and I'll start playing the slide. you know, Whoa! But then we stop. Haha, just joking.
That's beautiful. I mean, there's always that person in the crowd that's got to yell "Freebird."
I love. I'm that person too, though. I mean,
You're right. You're right. Just to give a little, poke to the band. Oh, that's great. Now, when you started playing and stuff, you started with covers. What was one of your favorite covers that you did?
like now you're just.
Well, yeah, any of them. Yeah, now or then.
Um, shoot, I don't know. That's a good one. Um, I don't know. There's quite a few. I don't know. I was trying to think. And now, what comes to mind is kind of like dance songs, really.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
when you see movement, people get up and dance. So, like the Tommy Two Tone, Jenny Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. Oh, that yeah. There's the one right there. I would actually pee my band off a little bit because the singer was a folk singer, the drummer was a punk drummer. I'm a rocker, so I would start playing Stranglehold. And I'm telling you, they would walk off and just leave me. It's like, screw you. And it's like, hey guys, come on, leave Uncle Ted alone. Ah.
Sure, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's great stuff, Chris. Now, you played smaller venues, you've played larger stages. What do you like better? Smaller venues where the people are on top of you, close to you, and personal, or you like that bigger stage where you get more space, a lot more people out there, a little ways out? Which one do you like to perform?
I do like the big stages. Um, you know, uh, I use a wireless guitar plug, for lack of terms, whatever it's called. Because you just move around. I like moving up towards the drummer,
Yeah,
or just moving around.
yeah,
So I do like that, but when it comes to because it seems really you kind of blur out everybody out there in a way, when you're getting into it. But it
yeah,
seems intimates type um, gigs is like those small pubs, the restaurants that I call it a restaurant, but it's kind of like those new microbrewery places.
yeah.
But I think those are real satisfying, because you're right there in front of you, sitting at a
Right. Let me ask you this: Have you got to play any of the old honky tonk bars behind the chicken wire so the bottles don't hit you?
We played a couple of times at a place called the Chicken Coop, kind of, and but yeah, there was a couple places, with the Silver Moon Riders were like, I don't know, chicken up right here.
Oh man, you just don't know. I mean, when they throw a bottle or something at you, you know they love you. So throw them.
Right.
Appreciation in a different way.
Yeah,
Now, I was seeing you have done some shows for the Brotherhood, the bikers out there.
yeah,
Uh, I've done many shows for the bikers. I'm a part of that group. And thank you. I love what you're doing and going out and doing that for the guys. They're great guys and gals.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we played. There's a Harley dealership here in town, in Colorado Springs. We uh, we did that a couple of times. It was great, and then we went. And then Sunshine Studios is a place here, and we're supposed to play this month. What the end of the month, over there. They have this annual kind of just a biker rally, but get together. They do this
Yeah.
annual. Um, but the our drummer Tony works at the studio. Um, you know, they have some uh, bands that come through. They have John Five played there, um, and but he works there and works alongside Scott Wilson. And Scott Wilson is the ex bass player for Tantrum, and he plays with Saving Abel. I think you might know those guys, but it's
Ah,
there. Um, Anyway, Scott Wilson works there as the does the recordings and stuff like that for the studio, but it's a live venue, you know.
Right on.
Played with us a couple times. But anyway, I was talking to them and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna try to get you guys to come out for this next one." So they're trying to put all the details together right now.
Okay. The logistics. Ooh, fun, fun.
It's always fun playing there. It's a nice, very nice stage, high end equipment.
Right. Good. I also see that you've got a Halloween party coming up. Is this the first one?
We did one last year at a local little brewery. Usually, last year though, I did it for the band, like a band party.
Why
It
not?
was a lot of fun. We had a costume contest and stuff like that. Because I knew a couple of people who like to promote that type of stuff, so we threw that together. But this year we're just it's the day after, but I'm planning on playing some, like spooky, that one,
Oh, there you go. Hey, I like that.
or Whistle Blind, throw in some of those type songs.
There you go. Yeah, get some, play some Frankenstein, some Edgar Winter.
Ah, yeah. I used, I was telling you, I played drums and got pretty good at them when I was in high school, and that was one of my, my go-to songs. I like throw it, just jam.
I I remember what was it, 83 or 84 it came out, and I ran right to the record store and got the cassette. I couldn't wait. I had to have it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, let me ask you this. Are you working with a PR company or a label or anything?
I am not. I do find, like you had mentioned before. Yes, getting out touring would be ideal,
Mhm.
and kind of maybe just get things exploded, right? Record some more songs um, and maybe re-record some of the other songs, uh, or robust, if you will. Uh, but that would be ideal to do that. But due to the fact, I'm still working.
Yeah,
Uh, and with the band and everything else. But that would be nice.
yeah, definitely. I could see that happen. I can see that happening. Now, I want to talk about a couple songs, and I don't know if you want to grab your guitar and play a song. That's up to you. You don't have to. But I want to talk about, Voodoo Spell. I mean, I played that over and over, and I just love what I'm hearing. That's killer.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a couple year and a half ago. I think I was thinking about a lot of the songs I write about from a military perspective. Sometimes about soldiers, maybe and families. Um, being away, separating, having going to war or just deployed or anywhere really, and maybe being away from home so long. And but anyway, this particular one, I always wanted to write something about South Louisiana, something to that effect.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really just how it came up. I was just thinking about. I mentioned like sugarcane in it, but yeah, that was what
Good song.
that was what my mind was going.
That was where it was going. I mean, it's great. It's I would say, country rock song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
It kind of started off bluesy because I was really going slow. Then started speeding it up. Well, okay, let's get
You're
And
going.
back came in, and he had an idea about a spaghetti western type sound. So his guitar, if you listen to it, it kind of has that a little bit, but it does rock. That's for sure. Because then we added the distortion guitar to it. It really
Mm,
set it up.
no, sure it does. This other song, what I like this because you did it unplugged, and isn't this a new one? When You Said?
Oh yeah, that one's. I wrote that one um, probably a couple of years ago. Um, I wrote it about a family member. It's a pretty sad situation, but it just
No.
came to me, about relationships and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
It just, came about. So that's how that really kind of came about.
cool.
That, as anybody who writes music, something that touches you.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely, I mean, your music's from the heart, and it's just, it grabs you, it pulls you in. And definitely you listen to it and you rock out or you do the two step, whatever, but it's great.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, no problem, my friend. No problem. Okay, let's jump into some questions here, the fun questions. But let me put you on the spot.
Okay.
Okay. You just don't know what I'm going to ask you. Maybe you do. All right, let's do this. Okay. Get two answers on this one. We're going to think around the world. What two stages anywhere in the world do you want to perform on? Love to grace the stage.
Red Rocks.
There you go. Red Rocks. It's a great place.
Um, I guess I'm kind of staying local. Well, let me think. Oh, that's Wembley Stadium?
Oh, there you go. Wembley. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I like that. Or Madison Square Garden, possibly.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have a few bands that have been there, and when they come off, they're like a different person because it was so surreal to them.
Oh yeah, that would be the ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. Now let's jump to another question here. Two answers on this one. These are people. Person that's alive, person that has passed away. Who in your heart that you really, really want to jump on stage with and perform with?
Oh wow. Let's see. As a drummer, um, I guess John Bonham,
Oh, John Bon. Yeah.
uh,
Maybe Neil Peart.
Neil Peart for sure. I go back and forth. Though you always get these people talking about who's better and all this stuff. It's just hard. They're so different.
Yeah, yeah, that is. It is. You can't compare John Bonham to Neil Peart. That's totally different.
Total different techniques. It's like yeah,
It is.
and I
It,
get. I mean, the late great Eddie Van Halen. I guess
oh man, that would be great.
I could help tune his guitars for him. If I
There you go.
handed him a guitar, I'd be fine with that.
Right, right. I don't know if I could give him the guitar because I just put it in my trunk. I don't know. It's Eddie Van Halen's guitar.
Whew.
That would be cool. Real cool. I like those answers. Now, this one I like to hear the answer to. When you get on stage with the full band and there's, maybe a few hundred people out in the audience and you start playing and singing your songs, the people turn around, they start moving, coming closer to you, and maybe you actually see them singing your songs back to you. It's got to hit you in the heart. How does it make you feel when you see that?
Oh, that is really you know, it inflates my ego a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Riding high for a little bit,
Right.
but yeah, and there's still a lot of people that we play for. They just don't know, and the magic is we'll play original, and it's just like any of us. You hear a song, you're like, oh, that was a good song. I never heard that before. That type of thing.
Right.
Like I can tell, because they're dancing to it, they're like whistling, and I'm like, dang, because I sometimes I don't even say it's an original, I just
Okay.
move on. But sometimes I go, oh, that's Silverman Ryan.
Yeah. Well, it's cool.
Fine too, really is.
Yeah, it's something that you hold to your heart, and you remember every one of them, whether it's for 20, 30, 40 years. Every one of those moments you will remember.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
sir. Will
It's a
do.
great thing. It's a great thing. On the reverse side, okay, you played three sets. You're all sweaty. You're all done. You pack up your gear. How long does it take you to unwind when you get home?
Oh, yeah, good. That's good. You know, you know the answer to this. So,
Mhm. Yes, I do.
yeah, playing I've done it before. Like, you get done at 1:45 and in the morning, and 2 o'clock. Oh, and then if you got to travel after that, yeah, it's a long night. But yeah, it's so you're pumped. Your adrenaline's all those things are cortisones, all that stuff.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It takes hours.
About the mistakes you made, or mistakes how good you played, and then what you could do better. Your mind just doesn't turn off. Take
No, that's great. Yeah, I'm the same way. It takes hours and hours and hours because I just rethink the whole thing to make sure I didn't miss anything.
and we beat ourselves up more than the crowd does because we nitpick our mistakes. They don't did something. you
Right,
know.
right. That's great. Okay, well, this next question, I really want to hear an answer on this one. And since you do country rock and stuff like that, this probably applies to you, and you've been playing quite a while. Any embarrassing moments that you can remember that stand out that you would like to share?
Oh yeah. Of course, the old I forgot the words. I'll sing and it's a song that everybody knows well. Third verse first. But I corrected myself by catching the first verse on the second. You know, I didn't want to read, just stuff like that. And I could tell, you see a couple of people kind of looking.
It sounds familiar.
Oh, yeah. That's real embarrassing. Yeah.
I would say. Uh, have you ever swung the guitar around your neck?
Uh, I have not. Have you?
Yes.
Oh, dang, that's great.
Not really, because the guitar goes flying and it slaps you in the head or something.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I'll try it.
I mean, these big bad boys back here, that hurts when they hit you in the head.
Do that.
Oh, it's fun world. It's a fun world. Are you getting a lot of any radio play, press, doing any podcasts?
No, actually, when I first started in 2018, I think it was like right into 2019, we did a Fort Collins, Colorado, northern Colorado. We did a radio station there. That was really cool. That was the first 7 songs that I did, and they played music there. We was unplugged,
Okay.
sat around and played. It was cool and kind of kick-starting stuff. COVID hit, just kind of things went
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Um,
It did.
you know, it was just been these barriers, really, just trying to progress and stuff like that. Um, so I technically, and I did a couple other ones, not too significant. Uh, yours is like been around for a while. I did one in a small town. And the guy was he only did it for like 12 months and then he shut it down. But,
We
you
shut it down.
uh, it, but no, I haven't. I probably should, you know,
Yeah.
because, I really enjoy, recording and getting, that finished product, getting it out there. And, um, you know, it's a, it's a fun experience. I like,
Most definitely. Your music is great. It needs to get out there and get played on the radio. Most definitely.
that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Do you belong to any of the organizations, win any awards or anything?
No, I never really, I see it every now and then. I mean, I did get some recognition. Um, God, it was about a year ago on a song for the words of a song that I did. I can't remember the. I'd have to look it back up, but it was a song "Chasing Taillights" um,
Okay.
that I did. I don't know if you listened to that one, uh, but it's just about. a guy, kind of, you know, missing a girlfriend, pretty much. And, you know, it's good lyrics to it, and he kind of wrote a little article about it. Um,
Oh, nice.
nice.
Really nice. Yeah, that is. That
I noticed
is.
it's been around a while too. Anyway, but I did load it on our Facebook page when it came out. So it's
Okay.
you'd have to scroll away. You know how it is.
Wait, you're making me work here.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have copied the link to our website. I didn't even think about it until now. That's
I
like
found it.
busy, kids, the whole 9 yards. But
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you don't belong to this right here, I'd like you to belong to this International Singer Songwriter Association.
oh, okay.
It's free. Sign up. Voting starts in January, and I can see you being a finalist in several categories. And then they have a big red carpet event in Atlanta, Georgia, in August
You going to
to
be there?
win the award. I should be there this year. I wasn't there this year, but I'll be there next year.
All
Yeah,
right. If I make it, I'll give you a
good.
hug. I don't. I'll.
So, sounds good. You got my vote, Ronnie. Definitely. Where are we at here? 46 minutes. Wow, time's flying by. We're having fun. Ladies and gentlemen, please check out Ronnie Bush's music and, the Silver Moon Riders. Excellent stuff. You're going to just dig what he's doing right here. Before we head out, 5 years from now, future wise, where would you like to be with your music?
Well, I would love to be just still playing locally. I mean, as a minimal, you know.
Yeah,
Uh, I do feel like, in a couple of years that I could probably um, tour around, a little more, hit some states, around Colorado, that
that'd
type.
be great.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, good, good. And the last question I want to ask, what kind of advice would you give to the youngsters that want to do what we do?
Oh well, yeah. It's a lifelong pleasure. Um, it's something you can take when you're a guy like me. You can playing and writing. You're never too old to write. Uh,
No,
and you just it's fun. I'm glad I have this. I'm thankful for my family and friends that I had growing up, teaching me to play
yeah,
music. Um,
right.
though I put it down for 20 years, pretty much. When I was in the military, it didn't take long for me to get right back into it.
You don't ever forget once you're a musician, you're always a musician.
Right.
Yes. Definitely, definitely. Well, Ronnie Bush, it's been a pleasure to have you on the podcast today. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on. I'd like to see you again in 6 months or a year, see what's going on.
Okay, sounds great. I
I'd
think.
love to do that. This is your show. Any last words? You want to say hey to anybody or hi to anybody out there?
Hey to all our fans that we have. When you guys do see this, yeah. No, I think.
That's good. That's good enough. So everybody out there, now that the interview's over, you can go check out Ronnie's music, okay, people? And you're gonna love it. Turn the volume up quite a bit and get off your butt because you're gonna want to rock out or dance out, country out, two-step it, whatever you want to do, because he's doing a little everything. Good deal, Ronnie. Well, thank you. And I'm going to get this show off to all the platforms. I'll send you the link and please share it. And I wish you the best of everything. You're doing a great job. The music is awesome. Keep knocking them down. All right.
Thank you for having me on the show.
No, I appreciate it, Ronnie. And everybody out there, stay tuned to the next show. I don't seem to ever get a day off, but that's all right because I love what I'm doing. Big L ain't going nowhere, man. You can't get rid of me. Try. So, anyways, we want to thank Ronnie Bush and everybody out there checking out the No Cover TV podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with another great artist. Oh, yeah. So, Ronnie, you have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, my friend?
All right, later.
See you later, Ronnie. Thank you.